What is up, Santa Fe? That was really mild. What is up, Santa Fe? Yeah. That's better. Love white people screaming. Hooray. It's fun. I'm from Albuquerque. Super fun down there. So you can rest assured your cars are safe. I'm inside. It's rough in Albuquerque. It is. It's rough in Albuquerque. Yeah, you'd think that's easy. I wouldn't live in Albuquerque if I had the money to move away. It is, it's rough in Albuquerque. I like to complain a lot about things in Albuquerque. As a matter of fact, the other day I was complaining in an elevator to some random lady, because I like to complain a lot. And I was like, it's kind of hot here, it sucks. She's like, oh yeah? Well, Tucson is worse than Albuquerque. I was like, that's a bold statement. She's like, well, it's hotter. I was like, well, yeah, but this is still Albuquerque, so I'm still taking your purse. It's rougher in Tucson. I'll show you. That's fun. It's fun to meet people that travel out of town. I worked at this really weird call center for a little while, and And we get people that travel in, you know. So this guy's from New York, you know, big old black dude, wears cool hats, got the jacket, chains, swag. He says cool terms like it's lit, bro, it's fire. And he's asking me, hey man, what's there to do around here? And I want to be cool, you know. I was like, there's a balloon fiesta. And he's like, what's that like? He's like, it's balloons, it's lit, it's fire. Alright. Is there anything else that's cool around here? I was like, you come up to Santa Fe. They have Zozobra. And he's like, what's that about? I was like, it's a big dude, it's lit, it's fire. He's like, all right, what else is there to do? Like, what about food? I was like, you have to try the green chili. Same thing. He was like, let me guess. It's lit, it's fire. I was just like, well, later. I'm gonna catch up to you. You've learned to love it. It's interesting, you come out. In Albuquerque, we don't get like a lot of people that have talent. So we come up and we just kind of like bullshit for a while. So it's nice, you know, these guys, it's talent, you know. Like, I'm hoping I look good enough. But like, I enjoyed that there was music, you know, and I wasn't planning on doing any music, but let's keep that rolling. Why not, right? Music brings people together. You know, if you have a really good song, people will join. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You others can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and around in your face, you get no, it's consent. This is 2021, guys. You can't do that anymore. It's consent. Always get consent before you get sprung. I just say that because like I'm trying to be a better person generally. You know? I'm from Albuquerque. There's a lot to work with. So like I start with like, let me just not make like cliche excuses that suck for things, you know? And I thought about this the other day, because my cousin comes over, it's literally 9 in the morning. She has 2 bottles, and she's like, let's get drunk! That was my response, like, it's 9 a.m. She's like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, I was like, that's stupid, it's really dumb. But fuck it, let's get drunk. You can show me your boobs. And she was like, what? I was like, it's a nude beach somewhere. She didn't laugh. She was like, I'm your cousin. I was like, it's Alabama somewhere. I'm just trying to be a better person. See, they're dumb excuses. You can't do it. You can't do it. I'm trying just in general just to be a better person. And I thought about it, I was like, oh, I'll cancel all my OnlyFans. Yeah, some of you might not know what that is. You just pay for nudes. I figured I'd cancel it, right? But then I thought about it, like, what if that's not supportive? So, dude, that's work. Support is work. I know people that do OnlyFans, you know? And if I don't support the people I know and love that have an OnlyFans, Can I call myself a good grandson? Grandma's on fixed income, yo. Make the money. Only grams. The name of that joke. Coincidentally, trying to be a better person actually involved starting to send dick pics. Yeah. Guys here, who sends dick pics? Liars, except for that guy. All the girls complain about every man but the ones in here, apparently. If you do take a nude picture, take a real full body pic like a real man, you know? So what's up? I have a gender neutral body, not a dad body. Basically it means I could take it off and who knows what you didn't get. But I did, I started sending dick pics, but it's not to like girls that I like. It's like, my sister's being a bitch today. Have a bad day. It's messed up. In general, just trying to be a better person, because I realized I complain a lot. Like in the summer, I'm the guy that's like, oh, it's so hot outside, guys, it's so hot. And they're like, shut up, dude, we know. We are also here. You're making it worse by continuously reminding us. But I do it so often, like not even in the summer. It's fall now, and I'm like, it's so moderate out today. I literally do it all the time. I was having sex with my girlfriend, I was like, it's so dry out today. Is it me? Ouch. Yeah, you got it. I'm sorry. That's not her, she's not here. Is anybody still doing dating sites? Do people still do that? They're not even dating, it's like fucking sites now, right? Like, I don't, like you're on it. I jumped on a Hinge and they're like, the app to be deleted. And it like wanted extra login credentials and my phone, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this, and it wouldn't work. So I deleted it. It's perfect. Like, this works. I did. I was on a dating site, and to my horror, found out that my mom, she was on the same dating site as me. Yeah, I matched with my mom. Yeah, it's terrifying. It was just like suggested things in common. You both hate your dad. Yeah, she's here. She's in the back. Hi, Mom. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. No, I did start dating a girl recently. And okay, all right, so stick with me. I'm having trouble explaining the STD. She'll get it. All right, I'll lighten it up. I like talking about sex. It's unfair, you know, because like it's something that like we all do, but it's still kind of like a weird thing to talk about. You know, and I do like talking about it, it's fun, we all, do it. But then it gets weird sometimes. Let me explain. I did a set one time, mostly about sex. And afterwards, this guy, one of my friends, he comes up and he's like, dude, I love your sex jokes. It's like, cool, thanks. And he's like, I love sex. That's weird. He's like, no, I love smelling like sex. And I was like, that's really weird. I'll tell you what, man. I smelled like sex every day for a year. There's one thing I learned. I'm never going back to prison. Ooh, dark. You guys don't like the dark stuff, huh? What's that? Keep going and get darker? Okay. No problem. All right. If you're gonna try to bring food into the bedroom, since we're on it, bring hummus. Yeah. I mean, it does get boring. How many times can you lick hummus off a nipple before it gets boring? And why hummus, you ask? Because my girlfriend's white. How do you eat a cracker? Somebody said with cheese. I was like, no. And I'm trying to be a better person because I got fired from a job recently. Right? I've never been fired before. It was really weird. I got called into the office. Keep in mind, it's a call center. My boss, he says, tell me exactly what you're doing, because you're terrible at this. I was like, oh shit, I'm just going by the customer is always right. And he's like, dude, they're not customers, this is a suicide hotline. getting fired, I do what I love now, you know? And they say if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I love panhandling so much. No, the real reason I got fired. Did you know you can get fired from work for watching How It's Made? If you watch the Babies episode. Some of you got it, some of you couldn't. I don't know. I'm trying to be a better person. In general, like, I don't really do hip stuff. Like the cool guy says with fire, all that fun stuff. I'm not hip, I like older stuff. Like, older stuff is fun, it's cooler, you know? Like, they used to name things and have a different name for things based on how many there were. Badass. If it's one goose, it's a goose. More than one geese. A group of them, that's a fucking gaggle. That's awesome. I love the word gaggle. But we don't do it with anything new, which I think we should. You know, one Prius is a Prius. More than one Prius is a Prii. But if you have a group of them, it's a cuckold of Priuses. It's fun. One Karen, that's a Karen. We all know what a Karen is. Two Karens, that's just HR. A group of Karens, that's a protest. You know they are, because look how inventive they are with signs. We're complaining to someone. I don't know. I'm older, I am. I feel like I'm getting older, like the cold is starting to affect me. Yeah, like my joints. It's just terrible when I can't not roll a joint when it's cold. That speaks to my old schoolness. Like, who fucking rolls joints anymore? Alright, there's something that I'm pretty tired of. Yeah, let's hear it. A heckler fun. For you. Alright, so gender inequality is a thing. We all know this, right? Do you know how much longer, in today's day and age, 2021, how much longer and how much harder it is for women to come? Whew, so hard. I'm sorry you agree. She's like, yes. I get it, I get it. Like, it's not the easiest. Like, I would have a hard time if I had to deal with men. First of all. 40% of the time, if I was worried, like, you're gonna get murdered today, I probably might have a little bit harder of a time coming. It's a fact. You just might. Am I gonna get murdered or will they come? Who knows? She's like, oh my god, so true. I have an idea. Tell me if you guys like it or not. It might help out a little bit, right? So gun control for men only, and then every woman just gets a gun. Yeah. Any law that applies to a woman and her gun is the same as it applies to a man and his woman, And then men can start having the same complaints and women like, dude, she pulled it out and put it in my face in an alley. And we'll be like, why were you in an alley by yourself, bro? What were you wearing? Did you have a bulletproof vest on? Maybe you were asking to get shot. It's not like a woman's gonna go into a movie theater and unload a whole clip, If she unloads a whole clip, it's gonna be on one dude, and he'll deserve it. And let's say something does happen, and a woman goes to jail. And like I said, all the laws apply to just a man and his woman. So she'll get out in 2 weeks. And that's what I wanted the whole time, for women to get off easier. I realized after writing that joke, like, it makes me look bad. Oh. Okay. I'm already a dad, I felt like I had to get to the dad bod just to fit in, like hang out. Anybody got kids here? Yeah. Did you leave them in the car? It's cold enough. No, don't get me wrong. I like kids. Kids are cool. And I love my kids. Right? I have 2 kids. They're awesome. I love my kids so much, I make sure each one has their own mom. I'm from Alvarado. Everybody asks, I love you. Do you have a favorite kid? Do you have a favorite kid? They're like, oh, you're not supposed to say yes. But yeah, I have a favorite kid. Neither of my kids. It's my nephew. That little fucker goes home. But even my nephew will piss me off. He will. He upsets me. He doesn't mean to. My sister's more successful. He's little, so he doesn't know. But he accidentally rubs it in my face. He's like, hey, uncle, check out my new race car bag. Isn't it cool? My mom bought it for me. I'm like, oh yeah, I sleep in a real car like an adult. My kids will even piss me off, you know? Like they do, they don't mean to, but they're angry, so angry. Like, you just ever have a bad day? Just a bad day. And I'm only talking to you guys because I can't see anybody. It's a horrible bad day, you know? And then the kids make it worse somehow. I locked my keys in my car. My stupid baby couldn't even unlock the doors. And it was so hot that day. It was so hot. You think that's bad? Imagine how embarrassed I was going back into Planned Parenthood to ask for a hanger. Saving a life. Nope. I work with this really old white guy. He's 80. He's got a real thick Southern London accent. Oh, Sam, how you doing? And he likes to tell me stories. And I really have faith in this guy. But sometimes he's like, Black Lives Matter isn't a real thing. And I'm like, I don't know. This guy, you know. And then he sees my face. And he's like, I won't keep talking. That's the best you can get from an 80-year-old white dude. I'm happy with it, yeah. But the other day, he's telling me this story. And he's like, I used to have a friend look just like you. And, yeah, I know. I'm worried. It's surprising, don't worry. He says he gets drunk, real drunk one day. He has his 14-year-old drive him home, his kid, right? I was like, okay, I don't know where this is going. Am I concerned or no? I don't know. He says, so he gets arrested. And I was like, that makes sense. There's a 14-year-old driving. He said, no, it's not because the 14-year-old is driving. It's because on the way home, he pulled a gun out and started firing at me there. And I was like, where is this going? It's getting crazy. And then he just answered with, I asked the dude, why did you do that? And he was like, I was celebrating. He's like, what were you celebrating? He's like, I don't know, I was just celebrating. And then it's the most wholesome thing he could have said at the end of that. Sometimes you just gotta celebrate. So have a good night, guys. Celebrate. Put up for your nose one more time.